Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everyone, and I hope that you're fine. I'm back, and this time I have brought for you a new topic, and it's sentence structure. So, what do we mean by sentence structure? It's very crucial. It's very important, particularly for those who have, this very craze and desire to learn grammar. For them, it's very important to understand what exactly we mean by sentence structure. Sentence structure is a grammatical component that tells you exactly where and how each component of a sentence should be placed in order to blend and make sense. The Collins Dictionary defines sentence structure as the grammatical arrangement of words in a sentence or in sentences. In other words, the sentence structure is what defines the way a sentence will look and sound. मतलब कि हम ग्रामेटिकली ये जो कंपोनेंट्स हैं ये हम कैसे और कहाँ पे इन्हें प्लेस करते हैं, इससे एक सेंटेंस के स्ट्रक्चर का हमें पता लगता है. So what are the basic components of a sentence? Before we look into how sentence structure works, we will have to first learn about the basic structure of a sentence and the components that make up a sentence. So, part of a sentence in English language consists of at least a subject and a predicate. In other words, a sentence should have a subject and a verb. The first one is subject, as I mentioned. The subject can be a noun or pronoun that does the action. For example, in these sentences, the sun is shining, the sky is clear, today is Wednesday. So the sun, the sky, today, all these are subjects. Then comes predicate. The verb is the action performed by the particular subject in the sentence. For example, I love macaroni and cheese. Marin has a pet. Anusha can draw. Now, in these examples, love macaroni and cheese, has a pet, can draw. These are predicate. Why? Because predicate tells more about the subject. मतलब ये subject के बारे में हमें additional information देता है. That is the reason we call it predicate. Okay, the next one is components of a sentence. Like a sentence has two parts, it has 5 main components that make up the structure of a sentence. And they are subject, verb, object, complement, and adjunct. Now let's look at each of these components in detail. So the first one is subject. A noun that performs the action in the sentence is considered as the subject. It answers the question who, or in other words, a subject can be identified by asking the question who. A subject takes the first place in most cases, especially in declarative or assertive sentences. And these examples on the screen, the child kept crying. Our school team won the match. My son is in the 8th grade. Hard work pays. No one come to the wedding. Now, if you focus on these examples, on these various sentences, the child, our school team, my son, hard work, no one, all of them are subjects. Then comes the verb. In every sentence, the most important word can be said to be the verb. A verb shows action or activity or work done by the subject. Remember that all verbs, including main verbs, helping verbs, stative verbs, and action verbs, came under this category. Most often, a verb appears immediately after the subject. मतलब subject के फौरन बाद जो है verb जो होता है ये आता है, जैसे कि in examples में है कि Nina is writing a letter. It was too dark. I feel tired. My phone is not ringing. Tarun's dog ran away. तो अगर आप इन एग्जाम्पल्स में देखें तो is writing, was, feel, is not working and ran All of them are verbs. फिर हमारे पास आ जाता है object. क्या है object? An object is a noun or pronoun that receives the action done by the subject. Objects are of two types, and they are direct object, indirect object. तो पहले हम direct object को discuss करते हैं. Direct object, a noun or pronoun that receives the action directly is the direct object in the sentence. It answers the question what. Direct object mostly appear immediately after the verb and are the primary objects in the sentence. Like in these examples, Harry bought a new car. My mom made a cake. I met my friend. She knows all the songs. So if you could pay focus on these sentences, all of these sentences are responding to the question what. If I just go back to the first sentence, Harry bought what? A new car. My mom made what? A cake. You met what? My friend. She knows what? All the songs. So direct object would respond to the question what. Contrary to direct objects, indirect object or objects, indirect object is a noun or pronoun that is a secondary object and can be identified by asking the question whom. Where there is an indirect object in a sentence, it is mostly placed after the verb and before the direct object. Like in these examples, Vandana gave Kirtana a cake. My mom bought me a new dress. I gave him a chocolate. They gave us coffee with breakfast. He lent his friend a pen. So if you again could, focus on these sentences, all of these sentences are responding to the question whom. Like Vandana gave whom? Like if I say Vandana gave a cake, and if I say to whom, it would be Kirtana. My mom bought a new dress, and if I say kiske liye, whom? For me. I gave a chocolate. Kisko? Whom? Him. So all of these are responding to the question whom, and that's why they're called indirect objects. Then comes complement. The words required to complete the meaning of a sentence can be referred to as the complement of a sentence or the complement of the sentence. A complement can be an adjective, a name, a position, or a profession. Like in these examples, it grew dark. He is a dentist. That's her dog, Bruno. Components are further divided into two types based on which component it speaks about. The two types of complement are subject complement and object complement. So let's talk about both of them. Okay, subject complement. The complement which expresses the quality or identity or condition of the subject is called subject complement. For example, she is a doctor. I am Sindhu. Nandu is clever. Nandu is clever. The students are very excited. My brother is a teacher. So if you have a look at these examples in like doctor, Sindhu, clever, excited, teacher, like it's a subject complement in which the quality or identity or condition of the subject is explained. Then comes the complement which expresses the quality or identity or condition of an object is called object complement. For example, they made her angry. The students elected Sriya the class leader. They named their daughter Tara. Marley met her friend Ryan. Nobody found the movie interesting. So in these examples like angry, the class leader, Tara, Ryan, interesting, all of them are object complements. Finally comes adjunct. An adjunct is a word or a phrase that gives more information about an action, an event, a quality, and so on. In short, it can be said that these words can include adverbs and adverb clauses. Adjuncts can be identified by asking question when, where, why, how often, and to what extent. When using adjunct, keep in mind that adjuncts can be used in the beginning, middle, or end of the sentence, and that there can be more than one adjunct in a sentence. For example, take a look at the following examples to understand how adjuncts can be used. Yesterday, we met at the park. He is very tired. Due to his ill health, he could not come home for Christmas. My father reads the newspaper every day. This workout routine is extremely interesting. So in all these sentences, in the first sentence, yesterday, and at the park, adjunct, he is very tired. In the sentence, very is adjunct. Due to his ill health, it's adjunct. My father reads the newspaper every day. Again, adjunct. This workout routine is extremely exhausting. Again, extremely is adjunct. तो ये था आज का टॉपिक. आई होप कि आपको थोड़ी बहुत इसकी समझ आई होगी. इंतहाई इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है. हम जब सेंटेंस के स्ट्रक्चर को समझने की कोशिश करते हैं, मुझे यकीन है कि आप जब ये वीडियो देखेंगे तो आपको थोड़ी बहुत अब समझ आ गई होगी कि सेंटेंस का जो स्ट्रक्चर है वो क्यों इतना इम्पॉर्टेंट है. जाने से पहले मैं आप लोगों से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि मेरे चैनल को लाइक करें, सब्सक्राइब करें, इसको शेयर करें, ताकि ये कम्युनिटी जो है ये ग्रो हो, ये फैमिली ग्रो हो. आपके लाइक्स मुझ तक पहुंचते हैं, आपके कमेंट्स मुझ तक आते हैं. मैं आपका निहायत ही मशकूर हूँ कि आप लोगों को मेरी जो ये एफर्ट्स हैं ये अच्छी लग रही हैं. इंशाल्लाह बहुत जल्द एक नए टॉपिक के साथ एक नई वीडियो में आपके सामने होऊंगा. तब तक अपना ख़ास ख्याल रखें और मुझे इजाज़त दें. अल्लाह हाफ़िज़.